everyone, Scott Hansen here. This is your EA Sports Weekly Recap for Week 3, presented by Lowe's. Plenty of action to get to. We'll begin in Santa Clara. The Niners at home to take on the Arizona Cardinals. And this is the Arizona defense coming up big. He's going to make another interception, one of three, yes, three he had in this game, and off he goes. Next up, Duval County, Jacksonville, Florida. Let's check in on the Jaguars as they play host to the New England Patriots. And this is the runner-up for MVP from a season ago, Drake May. Touchdown from 20 yards away. The Patriots have now won 2 in a row after losing the opener. They get the victory here. Early season injuries starting to pile up. Here's the injury report for Week 3. The big story this week centers on one of the best in the game, Jackson Smith-Njigba. He left last week's game with a somewhat concerning injury to his leg. He's likely to miss an extended stretch of games, but we could see him again in November. A number of fine performances around the league here in the first month of the season. Time now to name the Player of the Week for Week 3. And we'll congratulate this man, Dak Prescott. He put it all together in the win over the Ravens. He threw for more than 300 yards and had 4 touchdown passes to boot. And briefly, a look here at the full quartet of offensive and defensive top performers. From there, we give you a look at the league leaders in rushing through 3 weeks of play, some of the usual suspects populating this list. With that, a look at the rest of the scores here in a busy week number 3. That'll do it for us. Until next week, Scott Hansen in Orlando. Good night from all of us at EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Silicon Valley. And with a foghorn sounding behind us, that can only mean one thing, and that is it's time for football at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the San Francisco 49ers.
And now, faithful, please welcome to the field, your 2026 San Francisco.
On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. Certainly not the start they envisioned for themselves. Losers in 2 out of their first 3 games, including falling short last week. Opposite him, the Niners' Kyle Shanahan. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And a look here at their signal caller, the 5th-year quarterback.
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
He wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
Yeah, hoping to get rid of that interception bug. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 19 carries, 66 yards.
How about the first month of the season for him? He leads the league in rushing, so he knows confidence is at an all-time high, which means his offensive line loves it too. They'll get more opportunities to run block for him.
Purdy from the gun on third down. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. Fourth down. The Waitman now to punt as he sends this one away. Call it 46 yards on the punt. Just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. The Broncos take the field behind their third-year QB, who has really come into his own, leading Denver to the AFC title game last season, Bo Nix.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on speed other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now it's Nix. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Now the Central Florida product is R.J. Harvey. And now he got away from that first tackler. No idea, but he did, and it winds up with positive yardage. From the 43, here's a 2nd and 7. To throw is Nix. Pass taken in, it's Pat Bryant. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 37. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Will Lutz on for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And Evan Ingram able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Boy, you go 3 and out on your first drive, and that's not the way you want to start this drive either. Doesn't seem like they're really into it just yet.
No, first 4 plays, you don't want to call it a disaster, but not looking very sharp. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. But you look at this Bronco defense. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
Shotgun now with Purdy. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Fourth down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over first and 10. And they'll send Waddle in motion left. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Brings up second and 11 at the 25-yard line.
Nix to the air. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, trying to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
From the gun on third down, it's Nix. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first.
Jeremy Crawshaw in punt formation for the Broncos.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, first and 10. As the home team's offense makes their way back out, we show you the defensive coordinator for the visiting team. His guys have a first-half lead, all going according to plan so far, as they look to come up with a stop on this next drive. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a second and 12 after the loss.
Second and 12.
Purdy.
At the 21-yard line.
A quick throw, but incomplete.
They're giving him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. It's taken to the 26. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5. And it will be first and 10 as they take over. Looking to put a drive together. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and 5.
Brings up second and 5.
Slot man moves right. Throwing Nix. Caught Franklin right side. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Here's Nix. He'll find Sutton on the right side complete. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. On 4th down, Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt. This is taken at the 15. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Takes it to about the 37. If you look at this Bronco defense, they're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
And the 49er, first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Pushes past him. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. McCaffrey will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
They go play action here. Purdy. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. The coverage good. The pressure good. Leads to the sack. And it's 3rd and goal now. Following the sack, they go from the 13 on 3rd and goal. Purdy now to throw. Samuel bringing in the slant. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
Eddie Pinheiro on for the field goal. A 22-yard.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately inside for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Working to put a drive together. Off the play fake. Nix. He finds Sutton crossing the formation complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
16 yards.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
To throw, here's Nix. And that's going to be caught by Sutton. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 29-yard line. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Niners' 26-yard line.
Nix from the shotgun. That one too wide and incomplete. Just his second incompletion so far is 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. And the Broncos first down.
In motion right goes Sutton. That's to Waddle on the quick slant. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Second and a yard at the 6-yard line.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Denver.
Harvey trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Up 2nd and goal.
Waddle, the motion man right. Dobbins will take it in. Touchdown, Denver.
Sometimes offense, if you get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here. And we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Wants to try to add the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Christian McCaffrey and his 49er teammates back onto the field. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up.
And the ball is knocked out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked through. But a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Purdy looking to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
First down.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now Purdy. And he slings one that's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Buying time to his left. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off for the first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's Purdy. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 in the first.
That's another
Throwing here, Purdy. And that'll be incomplete. The Niners have 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
Back to throw, Purdy.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
Eddie Pinheiro on for the Niners field goal. A 41-yard attempt.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. J.K. Dobbins leading the way as the offense returns to the field.
It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime and make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series, so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they'll search for that patience here now.
Hit and drop behind the line by Dre Greenlaw.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
To throw is Nix. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score a touchdown. Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In the case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. J.K. Dobbins leading the way as the offense returns to the field.
The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
5 yards on the pickup. And this.
Now it's Nix.
And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 18. Able to fight through one tackle. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And as we take a look at the results of the most recent drives that they've had, the last time out they settled for 3. Now they'll look to get in the end zone here as they start this one out 1st and 10.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, given 14.
And the 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Purdy off the play fake. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Purdy will set up to throw it here. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
17 yards on the play.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he is going to have a Niners first down, at least at first glance, as they spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Purdy from the gun on third down. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Pinheiro on for the field goal. A 58-yard.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of loading behind it. And with it, they have taken the lead. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
J.K. Dobbins leading the way as the offense returns to the field. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look at that. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This quarterback now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. Nix to the air. Over the middle, complete. It's Sutton. They work now on 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 46-yard line.
Back to throw. Nix. That is incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they're throwing it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
Jeremy Crawshaw in punt formation for the Broncos.
So halftime here out west. Let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Our trip around the league starts now. We begin in Orchard Park. It's the Patriots with their first ever visit to new Highmark Stadium and AFC East battle with the Bills. And this is the newest Patriot signed away from Green Bay, Romeo Doubs. He was a tough man to pin down all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown catches. The Pats have won 2 straight since the Week 2 loss. They go to 3-1 with the victory. From there, why don't we go to South Philly? Look in on the Eagles as they play host to the LA Rams. And it's the rookie from USC, Mekhi Lemon. We see so many of these, a run-pass option. They go for the pass, and it was the right decision. And that's a 61-yard touchdown grab. The Eagles are now 4-0. What a first month as they continue to roll. Lastly, a lot of debate among the staff as to who our impact player should be this week. We've settled on this man. And this is Darius Slayton. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Giants get back to 500, 2 up, 2 down as they get the victory at home. With that, time to look at the rest of the action here in Week 4 as we wrap up the first month of the season. In our game, it's been Bo Nix who's been sharp so far. His guys, however, trail at the break. For the call of the second half, let's rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, we thank you as always, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out with the victory. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
First down, Broncos.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's a 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 35-yard line.
They'll go play action with Nix. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Gain of 18 on the play.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way home for a Broncos score. J.K. Dobbins. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Broncos have retaken a third quarter lead. Alonso looked to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's now a 21-16 lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Niners take over first
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. That went out wide and intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Purdy. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
J.K. Dobbins leading the way as the offense returns to the field. Since emerging from the locker room at intermission, he's looked pretty sharp, hasn't he?
He's running in this third quarter like he got the orange slices at the half.
Oh, yeah.
You remember
he got the orange slices, not the carrot stick. There was always that mom, wasn't there?
There's always that mom. Wasn't yours, wasn't mine. All right, they brought the carrot sticks. But this guy, orange slices, and been reading the circus tablet, watching the defenses, and he's made some nice adjustments.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Here is 3rd and 5. Here's Nix. On the slant, completes to Sutton. And he will have a Broncos first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. Nix going to give to Hardy. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Throwing Nix. Finding Sutton on the out route, who makes the catch. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7.
At the 47-yard line.
A handoff running left is Dobbins. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are able to stretch out their lead. Wants to try to add the PAT. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to. They're looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off by Nick Bonito. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick six, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
Wants a look to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Purdy now to throw.
That's going to be caught by Kirk. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Operating from the gun, Purdy. And one more time, here's Kirk. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the 49er first down.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey.
And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47. Now we'll pause here for an injury, and it's Deebo Samuel. He's the man in question right now who will need some attention. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
Purdy on the sneak.
And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of his shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
At the 48-yard line.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
19 yards there on the catch and run.
A gain of 19 yards. That's another 40.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Purdy. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll look to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up on 4th and goal from the 4, and the Bronco defense comes up big. The Broncos offense and Bo Nix getting set for this next possession. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. Working out of the gun is Nix. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll swing this out to Harvey. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. This quarterback now 6 of 7 throwing it in this 2nd half. He's got a 1st and 10. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. To throw, here's Nix. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harvey. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Nix. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Alex Singleton. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. Dobbins running out of the gun. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 27-yard line.
Nix from the shotgun. A short throw to Ingram. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
1st down, Denver.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 2nd down and 6 now.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Looking to throw. Nix. And that one's going to be on target and incomplete. The Broncos on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. In motion, the tight end. On 3rd down, Harvey. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the 1st down marker. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
A 24-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so that you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And quickly, they get to the line.
And the 49er, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now Purdy. And he's got his man in stride, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
At their 49-yard line.
Here's Purdy. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And fresh off that pick 6, here's Purdy. Looking left side, he's got it, complete.
Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 25-yard line.
Back to throw, Purdy.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
15-yard line.
Now a handoff for Dobbins.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
2nd and 9.
At the 14-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now it's Nix.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
To throw is Nix.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for Evan Ingram.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. He hit his first, this one from 38. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
They come through with 3 after forcing the turnover. But CD, second half, you're starting inside the red zone. Obviously, they would have liked 6 out of that.
Absolutely, because that's all you're thinking is how do you get it into the end zone? You want the field goal to be the last resort. In this case, they gave it a great try, but did have to settle for 3.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
On the play. 2nd and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.